Hello friends, before going to start that 13.3 exercise, let us recall once again the entire this part of this unit consisting of three concepts. Events E1, E2, En are said to be partition of the sample space S if Ei intersection Ej is null set. E1 union E2 union so on up to En is sample space. Probability of Ei is positive, non-zero. If A is any event associated with the sample space S, then probability of A, which is called as total probability, is given by summation of P into P of Ei, probability of Ei, into probability of A given Ei. Okay, that means P1 probability of E1 into probability of A given E1 plus probability of E2 plus probability of A given E2, probability of P3 probability of E3 into probability of A given E3, so on up to probability of En into probability of A given En, like that. Bayes' theorem is basing on this conditional probability. Probability of Ei given A is equal to probability of Ei intersection A divided by probability of A. This is conditional probability definition. If you write the formula of total probability in the denominator, you will get the Bayes' theorem. So, totally last two concepts are very important for solving examples. Total probability and Bayes' theorem. Okay, let us consider the first example. Is it visible? An urn contains 5 red and 5 black balls. A ball is drawn at random. Its color is noted and returned to the urn. 2 additional balls of the color drawn are put in the urn, and then a ball is drawn at random. What is the probability that the second ball is red? You got it? So, totally there are 5 red plus 5 black balls. Okay. See, here there are two possibilities. You are going to draw a ball from this total. Suppose the drawn ball is red. And it is returned again. So, it is returned. So, with replacement experiment it is. So, then what happens? What is the probability of drawing red? This is half. Probability is half. Okay. And if the drawn ball is red, then what will you do? You will add the two balls of same color. That means this will become, and this remains same. So, if the drawn ball is, first ball is drawn is red, then the probability of drawing first red into probability of drawing the second. What is the probability that it is red? Second red means this is how much? 7 by 12. If the first ball drawn is red, then that is blue. What is the probability? This is again half here. And in the second drawn, you are going to add the two blue balls. That means the 7 red remains as it is, 5 red, it will not change, 5 and 7 black balls. So, here drawing the first red, first black, and then drawing the second red means 5 by 12. So required probability is either this. See, you may draw first red ball and then second red ball. You may draw first black ball and then second red ball. Second should be red. You are asked to find the probability of drawing second red. See, if you draw first drawn ball is red, then 2 red balls will be increased for the second draw. If it is black, then the red ball number remains same, whereas black ball increases. So half into 5 by 12. So either this may happen or this. The probability is 1 by 2 into 7 by 12 is 7 by 24 plus 5 by 24, or that is half. You got it? Okay, let us solve theoretically. See, let us define. Totally there are sample space consisting of 5 red plus 5 black balls. Okay, let event A is first ball drawn is red. B is first ball drawn is black. C is second ball drawn is red. Second ball drawn is black. You need not write that, because only red ball is asked. See, now the probability of drawing second red ball is equal to probability of first red and second red, or first black and second red. I hope you are following. So this means probability of first red means A, event A. Why we have to define the events is, we can easily apply the formula. First red ball is event A and second red ball is C, or means union. First black, that is B. Second red means C. You got it? So required probability reduces to probability of A intersection C. This is nothing but probability of AC union means plus. Since these two are mutually exclusive, because one and these two are mutually exclusive, probability of BC. AC and BC are, and means intersection, okay, union means plus. AC, now you apply the conditional probability formula. Probability of A into probability of C given A plus probability of B into probability of C given B. Okay. What is probability of A into probability of C given A? Probability of A is equal to probability of A means 5 by 10 into probability of C given A means probability of selecting second red given that first ball drawn is red. You got it? That means if the first ball drawn is red, you are going to add 2 more red colored balls. That means 7 by 12 plus drawing first black, that is 5 by 10 into 7 probability of second ball selecting second ball, C given B, probability of second ball is red given that first ball drawn is black, means you are going to add 2 black balls that will not at all affect the number of red balls. So this remains same, 5 divided by 12, that is 1 by 2, 7 by 24 plus 5 by 24 or 12 by 24 is half. Okay, this is required probability. I hope you understand this. Okay, second example. A bag contains 4 red and 4 black balls. Another bag contains 2 red and 6 black balls. One of the 2 bags is selected at random and a ball is drawn from the bag, which is found to be red. Find the probability that the ball drawn is from the first bag. Here, in the earlier case, slightly different. See the difference between the earlier example and this one. They did not ask what is the probability of drawing a red ball. They are giving the information that the selected ball is red. What is the possibility that it is from first bag? Okay, let us define solution. Let event E1 is selecting first bag. E2 is selecting second bag. Suppose A is selecting a red ball. Okay, see here, probability of E1 is equal to probability of E2 is equal to half. Only 2 bags are there. Either one you can select, both having the same probability of getting selection. Now probability of selecting a red ball from first bag. Probability of selecting a red ball from first bag. A given E1 is first bag contains 4 red, 4 black. So 4 by 8 it is, or this is half. Probability of selecting a red from second bag, that is, what is that? 2 red, 6 black. 2 by 8 is 1 by 4. Okay. Now what is asked? Probability of first bag given that ball drawn is red one. This is what asked. Probability of first bag given that it is drawn ball is red one. That means that is Bayes theorem. Bayes theorem is probability of E1 given A is equal to probability of E1 into probability of A given E1 divided by probability of E1 into probability of A given E1 plus probability of E2 to probability of A given E2. Okay, so this is what is probability of E1, probability of E1 given A is, probability of E1 is half into A given E1 half divided by the same half into half plus probability of E2 is half again. A given E2 is 1 by 4, that is 1 by 4 divided by 1 by 4 plus 1 by 8. If you take the LCM, this is 3 by 8, isn't it? 2 by 8, 1 by 8, okay. 1 by 4 into 3 by 8 means 8 by 3 or 2 by 3 is the answer. See, third one, this is little bit lengthy question. If you can't see, please refer textbook. Okay. Third question in 13.3. Of the students in a college, it is known that 60% reside in hostel and 40% are day scholars, non-resident hostelites. Okay. Previous year results report that 30% of all students who reside in hostel attend A grade and 20% of day scholars attend A grade in their annual exam. At the end of the year, one student is chosen at random from the college. He has an A grade. What is the probability that the student is hosteler? The same base theorem you have to apply. Before that, let event E1 is what? A student is hosteler. E2 is student is day scholar. A student attain A grade, isn't it? Attained or get attained A grade. Okay. Now probability of E1 is 60%, 0.6. Probability of E2 is 40%, 0.4. Probability of A given E1 means probability of a student who got A grade who reside in hostel is 30%, 0.3. 20% of the scholars A grade, probability of a student with A grade from day scholar section is 0.2. What is asked is probability of a student selected attained A grade what is the probability that he is hosteler. It means required probability. This is what the required probability. Okay. Here you have to apply Bayes theorem. So Bayes theorem probability of not E1 given A you have to find. So see the difference, okay. A given E1 means E1 is given, student is hosteler is given. Here student got the A grade, that information is given. You have to find whether he is hosteler or day scholar. So probability of E1 given A is equal to probability of E1 into probability of A given E1 over probability of E1 into probability of A given E1 plus probability of E2 into probability of A given E2. Okay. So this is probability of E1 is 0.6 into A given E1 0.3 divided by same plus 0.4 into 0.2 A given E2, that is equal to 0.18 plus 0.08. This is 0.18 over 0.26. 18 by 9 by 13 it is. So 9 by 13. In a question on multiple choice test, a student either knows the answer or guesses. There are two possibilities. Let 3 by 4 be the probability that he knows the answer and 1 by 4 be the probability that he guesses. Assuming that a student who guesses at the answer will be correct with probability 1 by 4. See the difference between that 1 by 4 and this one. That is the probability of guessing. This is probability of guessing correct answer. Okay. But what is the probability that the student knows the answer given that he answered correctly? I hope you understand the content. What you have to find is he answered correctly. Okay, then you have to find when actually he knows it. Okay, he did not guess it. It is not by guessing. He answered correctly by his knowledge only. Solution is let event E1 is a student he knows he knows the answer. Okay. E2 is he guesses the answer. Let A is the answer is the correct answer. Event A is he gave the correct answer. Okay. Probability of E1 is probability of he know the answer is 3 by 4. Probability of he guesses the answer is 1 by 4. Probability of the answer is correct when he knows the answer. What is the probability of answer is correct when he knows? How much it is? That is sure, isn't it? When he knows means obviously he will give the correct answer. That means this is certain event. Only you people, even though you know the correct answer, you will commit mistake in exam due to some hurry, some other problems. After coming home, you will realize that. Probability of A given E2. He answered correctly, that is by guessing, is 1 by 4. So, what you have to find is required probability is what? Probability of he answered correctly. Student knows E1 given A. Probability of he knows the answer given that he answered correctly, or the answer is correct when actually he knows the answer. So, Bayes' theorem is probability of E1 given A is equal to probability of E1 into probability of A given E1 divided by probability of E1 into probability of A given E1 plus probability of E2 probability of A given E2. Okay, let us substitute the values. Okay, substitute the values. That is probability of E1 given A is equal to probability of E1 is 3 by 4 into probability of A given E1, that is 1, divided by 3 by 4 into 1 plus probability of E2 1 by 4 into 1 by 4, that is 3 by 4 divided by 3 by 4 plus 1 by 16, that is if you 3 by 4 plus 1 by 16, if you take the LCM, that is 3 by 4 into 16 means 4 4s are 12, 13, isn't it? 16 by 13, that is 12 by 13 is the 9 by 13, oh sorry 4 4 is 12 only, 12 by 13 is the required answer. What is the moral? A laboratory blood test is 99% effective in detecting a certain disease when it is in fact present. However, the test also yields a false positive result for 0.5% of the healthy person tested. Okay, if 0.1% of the population actually has the disease, what is the probability that a person has disease given that his result is positive? How to solve this? Solution is let event E1 is a person has disease. Okay, the sample space is classified into two types: person with disease, no disease. Person has no disease. Okay, event A is blood test is positive. Event A is blood test is positive. Okay, what is probability of E1 person has disease is 0.1% of the population has disease, means 0.1 divided by 100, 0.1%. So 0.001, isn't it? Probability of E2 person has disease and no disease are complementary events. So 1 minus probability of E1. So this is 0.999. Now probability of E1 given A. Probability of a person has disease when blood test is positive. 99% are effective in detecting, means this is 99% or 0.99. Probability of E2 given A. These two are not complementary, remember. Probability of E2 given A means the person has no disease even though the test report is positive, just in our corona cases. However, the test yields a false disease, a false positive result for 0.5%. That means 0.5% is 0.005, 0.5 over 100. Okay, now what is to be found is wait 1 minute. Is it correct? Sorry, I wrote in wrong way. So actually, so this is the person, the test report is positive when actually he has disease. A given E1 it should be. This is correct. Here also the test report is positive when the person has no disease. Okay, so probability of E1 given A. What is the probability that a person has a disease given that the test result is positive. The person has disease, given that the report is positive. This is what you have to find. For that, apply Bayes theorem. Bayes theorem is probability of E1 given A is equal to probability of E1 into probability of A given E1 divided by probability of E1 into probability of A given E1 plus probability of E2 into probability of A given E2. Okay, let us rub. Probability of E1 is 0.001 into probability of A given E1 is 0.99 divided by 0.01 into 0.99 plus probability of E2 is 0.99 into probability of A given E2 0.005. So this is calculator work. You complete that. Okay.